Henry Cejudo's wild neighborhood incident. Picture this: a usually quiet suburban street suddenly becomes a crash site for a speeding vehicle. According to Henry Cejudo, the car soared at around 80 miles per hour, launching up a ramp-like curb before smashing into his neighbor's yard. The aftermath wasn't just shattered fences and twisted metal. The driver apparently tried to take off, even going so far as to throw hands at the stunned homeowner. Cejudo claims he couldn't just stand by and watch. Instead, he stepped into the chaos. He says he picked him up, dropped him, and slapped him around to protect his neighbor, who's in his 60s, and keep the situation from escalating. Imagine seeing your neighbor, a former UFC champ, in action outside your front door. That's not exactly your average Sunday afternoon. But as wild as that episode sounds, it's just the tip of the iceberg in a week, jam-packed with canceled fights, heated feuds, and a swirl of speculation about who's next in line for glory or failure. Canceled grudge match, Rampage Jackson vs. Rashad Evans. For years, Rampage Jackson and Rashad Evans have circled each other like sworn rivals. Their feud is practically legendary among MMA fans. When news broke that they'd finally settle it in a boxing ring, waves of excitement rippled through the community. But in a frustrating twist, Rampage announced that the April 12th fight had been axed. He posted a video apologizing to fans, saying he lost faith in the promotion due to unmet contractual obligations. According to him, he gave the organizers plenty of time to straighten things out, but they dropped the ball. Whether it was financial details, promotional lapses, or something else, it was apparently enough to make Rampage walk away. He even extended condolences to fans who had already spent money on tickets and flights. This abrupt cancellation isn't just a disappointment, it's a gut punch for all those who've waited to see these two heavy hitters finally resolve their grudge. Darren Till and Mike Perry's heated exchange. If Darren Till and Mike Perry had a reality show, each episode would be full of cringe, insults, and big money claims. Recently, Perry sparked a controversy by saying Till turned down a massive $2 million offer to fight him in bare knuckle. Till fired right back, calling Perry's numbers absurd and accusing him of trying to price himself out of a matchup. He even proposed a minimum of $350,000 as a more realistic purse, effectively calling out Perry for inflated bravado. On social media, the back and forth is relentless. One minute, Perry is taunting Till with claims about him ducking a massive paycheck, and the next, Till is doubling down, telling Perry to name the time and place. He even threw out the idea of fighting in Liverpool's Echo Arena, with the promise of finishing Perry for easy money. Between the jabs about who's scared and who's censoring themselves for the camera, fans are left wondering if these two can agree on anything besides trash talk. Sean O'Malley vs. Merab rematch twist. Sean O'Malley, known for his flashy style and a flair for the dramatic. He's gearing up for a rematch against Merab for the bantamweight title at UFC 316. Their first battle left O'Malley with a loss that still stings. This time, though, he's proclaiming that he's a changed man. He's turned 30, quit smoking weed, stopped gaming, and claims he hasn't yay-hooed once this year, all in the name of unlocking his full potential. O'Malley sounds like a man on a mission, but not everyone is convinced. Aljamain Sterling, another top bantamweight fighter, questions whether these lifestyle changes actually matter against someone like Merab. In Sterling's view, Merab's endless pace and relentless wrestling threat overshadow mere personal transformations. After all, you can hit the gym every day and meditate on a mountain, but once the cage door closes, it's your skill set, conditioning, and composure that truly count. Patricio Pitbull's UFC debut against Yair Rodriguez. Patricio Pitbull is hardly an unknown name. He built a reputation as a dominant force outside the UFC and is now poised to enter the octagon against none other than Yair Rodriguez at UFC 314. The odds are stacked, the expectations are monumental, and Pitbull isn't holding back. He's voiced frustration that multiple featherweight contenders allegedly dodged him, and he specifically called out Aljamain Sterling for declining a fight. Whether that's the whole story or just Pitbull's perspective, it adds an intriguing layer of, are they scared, or is Pitbull just stirring the pot? A strong performance against a top 5 contender like Rodriguez could catapult Pitbull into immediate title contention. And he isn't shy about that ambition, likening his transition to how a boxing champion might skip the line for a title shot. "I'd love to fight for the belt right away," he says, but also acknowledges that it's not likely to happen without at least one high-stakes proving ground. Gerald Meerschaert's reflection on retirement. Gerald Meerschaert, now 37, has been a fixture in the middleweight division. Known for his gritty resilience and dangerous submission game, he's also aware that Father Time remains undefeated. He recently admitted he might only have 3 more years left in the cage. But if you think that means he's coasting, think again. Meerschaert insists he's renewed his dedication to training and wants to collect a string of wins to go out on a high note. He points to changes in his preparation as the key to a better performance. After all, MMA at the highest level is a puzzle of technique, cardio, fight IQ, and mental readiness. Meerschaert believes this new regimen could push him over the edge, even when facing well-rounded competitors like Brad Tavares. Whether he truly has multiple years left or not, the next few fights might define the legacy he leaves behind. Jon Jones's stance on Tom Aspinall. Jon Bones. Jones has never been shy about sharing his feelings, whether it's about potential opponents or rivals across divisions. Tom Aspinall, a fast-rising heavyweight talent, is on Jones's radar, but apparently not in a flattering way. Jones bluntly stated he finds Aspinall annoying, acknowledging the Brit is a serious threat, but adding that he's dealt with top contenders throughout his career. In Jon's mind, Aspinall is just another talented guy in a sea of many. Interestingly, Jones points out that beating Aspinall doesn't advance his legacy the same way toppling another champion would. He's more tempted by matchups like Alex Pereira, where the historical significance is greater. Pereira already has a string of accolades, and beating him would represent another notch on Jon's belt. So, is Tom Aspinall on the horizon or just a name Jones uses to remind everyone he's not particularly interested? Conor McGregor's close call at BKFC. Conor McGregor isn't even actively competing right now, yet he still manages to grab headlines. During a recent BKFC event, someone apparently tried to sucker punch him. As you can imagine, security jumped into action, and the individual who threw the cheap shot ended up on the receiving end of a swift beating from the guards. McGregor, by contrast, stayed surprisingly calm. He shrugged, signaled he was okay, and flashed a thumbs up to let everyone know he wasn't rattled. The entire fiasco took mere seconds, but it was enough to remind the world that McGregor's magnetism can attract both fervent admirers and reckless antagonists. He's a showstopper, even when he's in the audience instead of the cage. Will this spark any new controversies or future legal tangles? Possibly. But for now, it's just another bizarre chapter in the Conor McGregor saga.